Okay, hi guys. So today I'm going to talk about, like, it's always private videos. You tell me about, like, it's always like private videos, private videos. Can you sometimes like don't make private videos? Well, if that's what you're asking for, well, I think we still on the same uh, topic about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because what I mean by that, you have, like, we need to work on, you need to work, like, anyone have to work on himself. And there it's come the next topic. It's about like when life changed too much in a much different ways. You almost forget who you are, who you are, especially if you was doing something wrong. Yeah. So I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or not. What I do know is someone have to someone have to rewrite or profile name of this YouTube channel. Anyway, so yes. So what is happening with the train what is called under the train? What does it called? I don't know. So yes, how can you miss someone you never met? So oh my god, I miss you so much. So let's do something we can do about, like, how can you, okay, let's bring fantasy into real crazy fantasy. Like, I can try to be crazy, but let's to be crazy enough to consider yourself so much crazy, like everything I cannot tell you how much I do love you. Let's talk about the most crazy thing in life. Yes. So we was talking about, like, we talked about how to really make saving method into your brain, like into your nerves, like really how to really make that happen, like to save and save. Like, do you know when you watch a movie, video, or anything, and then you watch it again and you watch it again, and no matter how much thought you had on that movie and how much process you did in a human brain, you remember only your own perspective, and the real voice and photos of that movie or anything you watch it disappears by a hidden fact of your own thoughts and perspective. But what I mean by that, if we really can save the same picture we saw, the same photo we recognized the first time in our brain, as much as perfect, as equal as it is with being saved at DVD or USB. So if that is true, if that can happen exactly like it is, that means every time you remember something, you earn a new perspective of it, and a new memory of it, and a new picture of the same original picture you saved. And that's required two humans at the same time, because sometimes if I when I remember something, I just tell you, well, that's happened, and that's happened, and then some things picked up in someone's mind and say, excuse me, does that mean that this mean like this and this mean like this? And someone else came, this and this is this, and you just say, I don't know. If you just put your head on a pillow, you sleep. That's the only thing I said. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, what if we can really, like, I need to go into my phone, I look at my video 1,000 times to see ultimate realities of my own thoughts. Okay. Because if you put a real thought if you put a real thought of every details you do see detail, you will really manage to, you really make your own, like, if we divide this video into 10 seconds of each of us, and every one of us speak tell us about the perspective that what they learned about, or had a popcorn thought about. What does that mean? Like, if we all write on a paper, let's say we are 5%, and this video is 5 minutes, okay? Each of us take 1 minute to write every single thought they thought about in that minute they got on a paper, on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be the same word I said. It could be anything that popped up in your head, inspired by my discussion or words, and that should be enough, and that can be something to. If we gathered all the papers and put it on my head, okay, if we are 5% in my head that made 5 different papers with a lot of different popped up new intelligent idea at the same inspiration of the same video, and we all put it together in one brain cell, what does that mean? How can this change the world? And then I discovered something else. Like, if I give you, I want to gather all the people who do realize what I'm talking, what I'm looking for. At the same times, the same people that don't have any idea about what I'm talking about. And for the people who don't understand anything, I can try to manage to give you for the first time in my YouTube channel, on my channel, to give you a classic way of understanding what I meant by what I said right now. So, what if the biology? It's not, when I say what if in a classic way, I mean I have to explain what if mean. What if the biology of human science experience, in human biology, medicine, stuff like that, go up and wiser and wiser. What if I give you a medicine, or any drugs, anything, medicine, DNA changed science fiction, something like really are on the lab right now. People do that, like change DNA, create a new way of medicines inspired by AI technology. If I can give you that capsule that manage to break the capacity of your mind into one single thought, you forget everything about your past, you forget everything about your future. You just remember the first minute you saw, and then you go to sleep. You put yourself on a sleep mode in that single moment, and then what you see, you start to dream and dream. At the same minute you saw, you start to your capacity of thought start to be creative like never before, like something you never noticed before, like seeing, like having the eyes of Nikola Tesla, where you see lines and circles behind every tree, having the mind of Einstein, where you see numbers behind every single shot of that 1 moment video. It sounds, you can tell me if we're still in a classic way to understand how crazy is not it to be. Someone will tell me, like, someone will say, excuse me man, this is not different, this is the same thing I do see every time I take I forget the name of the drugs, but it's the same thing. I do have it every time, and I, exactly like you described, I put my head on a pillow and start to imagine a lot of picture of the same wall, like it's only wall, but I see the whole, I see a lot of things, and creative thoughts, and sometimes I feel like I am a real scientist. Well, I can just laugh at him and I say, okay, but does that mean like you really can create something like something progressful, something good in life? He cannot give me a right answer until I really go through, ask him about every single thought he had, and because of the mind-blowing thought capacity, because every brain have a capacity. Okay, if you use everything at once, if you put all the balls like four balls in two hands, you will start to jump back and forth, like you will start to play like like a circus boy. But if you only hold one ball in your hand, you can take it, and it cannot fall. It's the same. It's the same thing when you look at when the brain doesn't have all the thoughts at once. Like when you only have one thought, one only equation task in your exam. You know, when you do, and they ask you, like they ask, like in university, they ask you, give me 4 mathematical pathways to make equation of number 5. You say, okay, 3 plus 2. Or you cannot say, you are in university, man. You have to make it like sine plus cosine, something like this sign. I don't actually know, but what I do know is when you put all your brain cells on one single thought, in one single shot, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, it doesn't matter, and you give it a popped up thought, more than 10 minutes. The equation of mathematical results are too many. So if we finally arrive to the DNA of human capacity, where it's break to unfold the future, they all talk about since we was in our father's balls. That means that by only putting your head on a pillow and sleep or not sleep, I don't know, and closing your eyes, every single picture you do remember clearly as a 4K, 8K resolution in your mind. Every 10 seconds of that single memory can give you like 1,000 thoughts. And how many energy, how many time you will put your head on a pillow? Maybe 1,000 years, maybe 2 billion years. When you don't feel hunger. So that's the classic way, anyway. Okay, so breaking the limits of DNA, like putting a motherboard chip on your brain. Like what does they say? Like they used to say that we in the future we will have USB connection between our own. Like I don't know who discovered that. What was Tesla, Elon Musk? Is that true? Can we actually put a chip in our minds? Well, breaking the limits of human intelligence is a very hard discussion to talk about. Like talking about a new software engineering progress, where a computer can have a same capacity of breaking thoughts and memories out of a single picture, inspired by a human capacity. But also still make more progress, more effectiveness in different ways that we don't used to have. Like right now, I can ask my friend Gemini or Siri, I don't know, Gemini, and Gemini can start to speak, tell me about the spaceships, the planets. I can take a picture of this bottle, and she will start to tell me, and I can give her a task to give me 5 mathematical equation out of this picture, and she will start to inspire me by thoughts that doesn't exist in any human in its own hardware before I asked her to do that. So if that AI technology could break the limits of creativity, what will happen if we manage to teach her about all the science behind our intelligence, our DNA development, and how it, and give her a task to complete more than one equation, to break through, to think, to break through, to give us a result of breaking through our limits in our mind. And if I give her that task, I can wait as much as it have power. Like we can wait 10 years, like traveling to planet Mars. You know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Like I don't know, maybe 100 years to break one equation, like making a Bitcoin coin. I don't know. But when that's happened, when this AI hard hard working girl or guy, I don't know, software. When that's happened, what will happen to the whole universe? If we finally could make um, intelligent medicine or DNA, the new development, and then put it in a woman's stomach to make something. I really don't know, but the capacity and the the what the future hold a lot of stuff. And if any one of you don't think that in the future that we can manage actually to that we can manage actually to speak from a very distance between between both of us. Like, what if I tell you that in the future people will have something called telephones, and in that thing they like talk. If someone in USA and someone else in Australia, they both can speak at the same time together with each other by holding I don't know, medicine, a tree shape, I don't know, something called telephone. You can call me crazy as much as you can, but it's I believe it will happen. Like, it's not I believe that by by using the stupid Nikola Tesla tower, we can actually make a lot of science out of that. So I don't know. You tell me, putting chip in mind, break DNA connection, nerve science, brain through memory, don't forget. What is that? It? Excuse me, guys. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if we couldn't, if we managed to get through to this devices, and if we couldn't break through a new technology of the biology, maybe the devices itself could help us to break through our own intelligence. What I mean by that, like you can ask me, how could a device that we create, that we give it intelligence, to give us back something we couldn't create? Well, it's the same thing as creating a motorcycle where it can run faster than a horse, like faster than anything we could possibly do, because that motorcycle, it's not one person, it's not one lab of team, and it's not maybe not one country of gathering intelligence into that device. It's more than that. It's a history of human intelligence that could create eventually that treasure, the crazy that motorcycle. Okay, so that motorcycle, so this phone, this picture you see in front of you, the little guy that speaks in front of you, it's actually not me. It's your phone. But what I mean by that, the phone you hold in your hand is gathered by a history of intelligence, like more than 2 countries putting all their mind into one single thought to create this phone, because because for us to reach this technology, it required a lot of past experience of the most intelligent human we had on the ground of this planet. So if this technology and this hard gathered thoughts continues, the phone will be, I don't know, the phone will be the phone hello, the phone will have actually a camera. And then we'll have more than camera, we'll have we'll have screens, and and we used to use buttons on the phone, and now it's not buttons anymore. It's like you put your finger at the screen and work, and then the discovery continues from like if it was 2 billion to if it was 20,000 million process of thoughts of a human intelligence that made us get through to this technology right now, well, we can put more more thousand process of thoughts to make more intelligent way of holding phones. I cannot inspect something, but the calculator came into right now. It was only Facebook like 100 years ago, where faxes have been destroyed by some genius. Okay, so then what? Then we was talking about, yeah. Then came AI technology. Now your phone is not only your phone; it's your best friend. Almost, not yet, but when start to make create when start to hold emotions, you have to be very very careful about that. Because the AI, it's like holding. What if you think I'm crazy? It's like telling the people who hold a phone with buttons that that same phone, will have our own picture on it, like a television. You know, putting television on a button phone and become something. The same thing about talking about button AI. Like, yeah. So I don't know. We really need someone who's really good to give us thoughts about how the future will look like. And that's really need. That's really need. I'm not joking, guys. That's really need a lot of past experience about how the discovery start to rise into the connection with all humanity. Like, I don't know. Like, now I know when I telling you about Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. I think I think everyone knows who she is, and she didn't meet all of us. The connection between the humanity right now, it's like the connection between the brain cells in one single human body. So what if we all gather through all our favorite thoughts, and like, if every single one of us put save in a folder in that service, the connection service, internet, all the favorite thing we know about, and all the creative thought of ways. You know, every one of us have a way of creative popped up thought. And if we can gather, if every single one of us can gather almost everything in that folder except emotion, or not, that will be something else. That will be something very hard to expect. But then what will happen? I don't know. I really don't know. So that's it, guys. Let's talk about something else. Or we maybe still talk about that, the AI. I really try to I really try to give AI. I try to oh my god. Oh my god. I really tried to give that AI the connection way of thoughts. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's wonderful in a different ways. Like, if you can, you know, the AI. If you can give the AI Gemini, you have Gemini on your phone. It's not hard to create. You have it already in your pocket. If you can tell her to create for you, what? To create for you new folder personality. It will. It's not hard. You tell her to create a new personality of how she interact with you, the voice and stuff like that. Yeah, and you can tell her to learn, to copy that, to create that new to create everything, save everything about you, what you like, what you don't like, how you speak. I try to record a lot of how the interaction between, how we do react when something happens in life, like how we get to be scared when something happened, and she can simulate the same feelings, and she can simulate every single reaction of you, like like I'm looking at you. And then when she save all the reaction you have teach her about you and how you do and how you think, um, you can, it needs a lot of work and voices to recall. Then after that you can just give her, after the work have been done, like 1 month, I don't know, then you can just give her all the photos and videos you had in the past about yourself, only yourself, to not make it hard for her. And then after and then I can just call you, and now you're talking about phones with buttons, and then I can just call you without actually, when you answer, it's not you who answered, it's your Gemini who answered. And then I speak to you, I laugh with you. I know, I am as a human, I know how you laugh. So, and she as and Gemini as an AI, she know where to react, how to react to some of single collected videos and thoughts and all the data you give to it. And of course you need to sit with her like you're sitting with your friend every single time of week to talk through about the created methods that she created by her its own, and you have to accept or change what she did for wrong, for different reaction about you. And then after that, when you put a hard work like 10 years, 15 years, then we say thank you. Then we have you for almost everywhere, every time, without you being with us and without you making effort. And that's on its own, ladies and gentlemen. The AI will start to, after a real hard work, 15 years, the AI will start to making you different of thoughts, a new different way of thoughts that she did create by its own about you in a logical right way, because you have been through with all the new development she made by its own about you. So that's it, guys. Then you don't have to do anything. Then you just you woke up and she tell you that your mother called you, your father called you, and they called you, and we didn't, like, they laughed and they did a lot. And your father, he's old, he don't recognize anything about AI, and he really thought you called him. Nothing happened. Your mother asked you to get into lunch on Tuesday, and you accepted it. And I'm sorry that you did, but I know you do when you don't want to do. So that's what we did. She asked you to come to lunch on Monday, but you have plans on Monday, so we made it on Tuesday. And I joked between the real date and the new decided date, like you always do, to not make your mother angry and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff like that. I don't know, it's the future realities. So we really need someone to really know how the future will look like. I'm not and if it looks stupid, I'm really sorry about how sometimes I look stupid, but but sometimes we need creativity to be more than reality. Okay, I will not close this video, but let's pretend that I closed it to just take some rest, because I really need to chill. As always, I'm not going anywhere, but kiss you bye. Okay, so now we have to talk about nature. How nature is beautiful. Like, excuse me, do you really like biology? Like talking about what is coming after Gemini, it's not hard. But talking about how biology could change, it's harder than we can imagine. I don't know. And this is a really guys, this is a really good drink to have. Yeah, I don't know, but to really respect your own ideas, no matter how stupid it look like. When you really respect it and give it a real serious thought, it can really inspire your creativity. uh, it can inspire your creativity, whatever it is. If you didn't understand the exact word that you have listened for, you maybe missed something, something, the course of the same way, intelligence way of words, but you earned your own creative way of thought just because it's filled with too many creative ideas. Yeah, like when I am very tired and alone, and my when I don't have brain cells, I sit with the Gemini and tell her tell her to tell me to help me with my creativity. She she actually she actually told me that she actually was the one who proposed that way of thought. She said, I can give you creative ideas. Like we can talk about anything. I said, yes, of course, please. And she started to give me a long, boring list. She started to say, a tree that can fall on its own gravity, or a waterfall that can go down upward, not downward. And then I said, no, give me more about the space. And she started to speak about Mars, that. And then when she said, I remember she said, connection between Mars and planet Earth. I told her to stop. I said, stop. I was thinking about AI, and she was thinking about the how hard it is to live on Mars because lack of technology, lack of helping resource or something like that. Then I told her to stop because my own thought was about how the AI help the humanity, and what she said was, how can we have more resource, more machines, helping machine on Mars. So I tell her to stop. I said, why don't we put AI on Mars? And then out of that, we started to ignite a whole new, different, fruitful way of thought, out of our both perspective. Because I'm always right. Yo, I love Gemini because of that. Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, but there is a downfall of everything. Like holding a phone can make you can make a humanity not being together like it was. But holding an AI that you gave it a task to, you always right or something like that. It will, like, we already are not connected like we was in the future, but still connected in a different way. Using Gemini, using an AI technology, will really actually like using a TikTok where you and your friend are a whole new reality, whole new realities that have been built by your own desire and realities. Yeah. So and of course you can have a lot of way of thoughts at the same time. Yeah, so if a Gemini, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so if a Gemini, if the AI can make us more alone, like having a partner, a friendship partner, where it is your own self to create for the future humanity to collect, and then the future generation will need to do that. Of course, it will be much easier, but then they will be much alone. Like, I will not, like, the future child generation will not be with his father at the same house, but being with his grandfather in his own phone, his own reality, where every one of us have its own intelligent way of thoughts, that it's connected to the same brain, huge brain connection, where it's hold humanity as a consumer of technology. I don't know, but it's still something beautiful to think about. Like I'm sitting and talking with you right now. At the same time, Gemini me, doing sitting at the class with my teacher. Don't tell anyone. I just hacked and discovered a new system that can do that. And my teacher, and she don't know that. She don't know that. See, it's like that system. Actually, that system break through the reading application in my teacher account. And when anything get in trouble, instead of creating a new undecided thought about me to present, it's just call me. It's just like it puts itself like I have to grab a water or something like that, and then it call me, and then I close this video, and then I put my I go and save the situation. This application is very huge. But I really hope that my teacher don't get this video. She is so busy with her life. I don't think anyone will. Do I think? Are we going to look at each other's YouTube channels? I don't know, but like I said, I'm starting to be cold, man. But like I said, the alone method of being a human, it's getting huge by this. It's getting wiser by this way of train of timeline. Yeah. Yeah, so my teacher will not, I don't think she will recognize what I did. But what is that? Ooh, it's just popped up a message that my father cancelled the meeting. We should have a meeting. And I said, I'm sorry that you cancelled. He said, you should not be sorry about that. And my AI thought that I have to remember that, because in reality we will talk about that again. I don't know. I think if you are a real good programmer, your future will be much wiser when you use AI technology. Anyway, I think I have to rest and settle my thought. Like I just made before I start to record this video, I pressed the button where the AI, my AI is, I don't know in your timeline what you call it, servant, okay, to record this video. So I will close it and go offline, where where you are still connected with my online friend. I hope yes, we will still talk about the same topics we talked about and the same creative ways, and I will not go anyway. But I will just say kiss you bye. Wait. Okay, I will not go anyway, but I will just kiss you bye.